Hello and welcome to the first edition of the Team Tuesday news show for Mr. Sheffield's office of the 23-24 school year. I realize it's not Tuesday, but I wanted to get this out on Monday ahead of some things going on Tuesday. I like to publish these videos as sort of a replacement for what used to be just announcements over the intercom. This way, if students are at CTEC or absent or they flex for part of the day, people can get these at different times of the day. And also, I can send this out to parents or administrators or anybody else who might want to know what's going on. I am going to experiment today. I think I made one post on Parent Square about Picture Day tomorrow. I will probably make a second post today, posting this video so that it's available to parents. Um, the, Parent Square is new this year, and it seems like a pretty useful tool for communicating with everyone without having to go manually plug in a million email addresses. So I hope this works. I'd love your feedback one way or the other, if you like it or don't. So email me, call us, message me on Parent Square, whatever, and let me know if this works well. Okay, so here we go. Team Tuesday on Monday, September 25th, 2023. Already my slides aren't changing. There we go. Picture Day is tomorrow in the morning. There will be a makeup day on Monday, October the 9th in the afternoon. That way we catch people on both halves of the day. Don't wear green. We've had this issue before where someone's shirt or hair gets overlaid with the background because they green screen those. So, yeah, look nice for Picture Day tomorrow. School lunch debt. School lunch debt has become a big issue across America at every public school because since the COVID pandemic, when school lunches were free for everyone because of a federal program, a lot of households that do qualify don't have new paperwork on the books. So we are participating in a district-wide effort to try to fix that. So if you have in the past qualified for free and reduced lunches and think you may still, or according to this chart here, think you qualify or even wonder if you might, please contact us. We have more forms available on paper. There is also a link on our website now where this can be filled out directly rather than shuffling the paperwork. So please help us out and get things turned in so that we can stop accumulating debt as a school and a district altogether. Okay, Right Futures Food Drive. This is underway. And for us at the Central Campus, our item to collect is peanut butter or cheese crackers, those the captain's wafers. I think that's what those are called, the little sandwiches. They come in packages like this. So if you can contribute to our food drive to help Right Futures collect items for their donations, then please do. No pressure, but it's a nice community service if you can do it. Chalk art contest. We will be holding an at school chalk art contest this Friday in preparation for the Fall Festival, which is next Saturday. There is an open chalk art contest at the Fall Festival, and it's just kind of cool to start thinking about it now. We can do a practice round here on campus. So this Friday, we're gonna have an assembly. We're gonna kind of talk about strategy, and then we're gonna go out on our sidewalk here at school and engage in an at-school competition. And we have volunteers from the Neosho Arts Council who will act as our judges and provide some prizes. I don't know what they are yet, but I'm sure they'll be cool, and this should be fun. Next Friday, if I'm not mistaken, we are going to, or at least some of us are going to volunteer to help set up for the Fall Festival on Saturday, which really means putting squares on the square, chalk squares on the square for the chalk art contest. It's kind of hard to say. But really, we've got a template. We're going to go around the whole square and put the squares for the official chalk art competition, and anybody who is volunteering for our Friends of the Arts Club can have their entry fee for that contest waived. And I think I want to say it's like a $10 entry fee. And there's some serious money available. I think first prize is like $300 or something. So yeah, that's a really cool event to go to and participate in. So yeah, go participate in the chalk art contest. And if you're interested, here in a minute, I'm going to go through a little guide of the Team Tuesday page and just show you some links. We have a bunch of forms to fill out. Like I say, we've gotten the school year kind of off the ground now, but we moved this summer. Everything is new here. A lot of our stuff, like we've had a hard time finding. But this is really the first Team Tuesday we've had of the year, so we've got quite a bit to do. Hopefully, as our routines get settled, this will all feel less, I don't know, busy around here right now. It seems like we just haven't had a chance to breathe yet. So today we're going to fill out some forms, but I think we've made them very easy to do, and the links are all in one spot. So we'll go over that in a little bit, but if you want to volunteer for the Friends of the Arts Club, that will be one of those various forms. Okay, so that's this Friday and next Friday. Next, more business items. Edgenuity, progress. We started these courses. Again, getting the school year off the ground was a lot, so we just started these on, I believe it was 9/11. So great, very, very memorable dates. So those have been prorated to reflect the length of the term. So our terms are quarters, which is half as long as the traditional high school. And then we really kind of started the week before midterm. So those classes have been cut nearly in half to reflect the amount of time that you have to do them. We do go to the effort to get start and end dates correct so that your pacing guide is correct. So although this is a fairly short term, the pacing guide is right. Now, the expectation of, completion, the goal, the progress goal, is going to jump every day because the term is short. And so if you have to get from 0 to 100 and there's only however many days it is each day, that will change. So today's goal, even though we just started recently, should be 40%. And I was kind of just looking at the guide. A lot of people are well beyond 40%. Some of you have barely started. This is your reminder, get to work on your credit recovery or credit acquisition class, whichever it is. For most of the people taking one of those, you only have a VLC class or a credit recovery class because it's part of your graduation plan. And so whenever we said your graduation date, your expected graduation date is when we did credit checks, that depends on this being completed. So if it's not, then that changes. That may seem a little obvious, but I think it is worth saying that that's figured into your plan and needs to be done. Also, remember, we're going to talk about after-school tutoring here in just a minute. If you're behind on progress, then you need to stay for after-school tutoring. And so I will catch you tomorrow in the morning. If you are behind on progress, I may set a threshold that's slightly below 40 just for this, but everybody needs to be on top of this if you have a VLC class. After-school tutoring every Tuesday and Wednesday. I think maybe the letter I gave out last week said Tuesday and Thursday because it was a form letter that I copied from last year, and that's now inaccurate. So it is going to be on Tuesday and Wednesday. Teachers hold after-school tutoring until 4:15, and that is mandatory for anyone who meets the following conditions. If you're not passing a class, if you're over on attendance, or you're behind on VLC progress, then those are mandatory. The reason we're here at school is to earn credits. And if you're over on attendance, then you won't earn credits. If you are not passing a class, you won't get a credit for that class. So really, this is a mechanism, like a safety net and an opportunity to make sure that you earn your credits towards graduation. we cannot keep students on our roster who are not earning their credits every term, which is why it's built into our policy that if you're not successful for 2 consecutive terms, then we drop you from the roster. There are so many people that need this opportunity that we provide that we just can't afford to fill seats if students aren't earning credit. So make sure that you are, make sure that you're passing your classes, that you are within the 4-day attendance limit every term, and that you finish those credit recovery courses if you are taking them. Need to have your own transportation set up. Remember, 4:15 is the end time for that. Build My Future. This is a trade industry expo event that takes place in Joplin, and there is a field trip on Thursday, October the 19th. For anybody who is interested, there is one of the various forms today on the Team Tuesday page is this one. If you are interested, make sure you fill that out if you are. Parents as Teachers group. This is a group, as Ms. Keibel said this morning, that helps parents be their child's first teacher. It's a very cool, important service, and it is for current or future parents, those who help with children, whether they're siblings, extended family, whatever, or really anyone who is interested in the group. The first meeting is this Thursday at 2 p.m., and so there is also a form for this group if you are interested. And that concludes this slideshow for now. Let's go on over to the Team Tuesday homepage. Okay, this is our Team Tuesday page. It's a Canvas page, so like all of your classes, there should be a little tile if you've joined this class when you go into Canvas. And this is kind of a one-stop shop for a link library for everything Central Campus related. So here we've got some forms we're going to go through in a minute, but some general things that are always here. First is a counselor request form. This form, if you fill it out, if something is wrong, if you'd like to speak with a counselor, if you're in a crisis of some kind, this you can fill out in addition to talking to a teacher, but like this goes to all of your teachers. It goes to all the counselors at the high school because we're in different locations. Sometimes this is just a nice mechanism to let somebody know that you want to talk to them. And so really, this just lets us know in real time that you've requested to speak with someone. There's a bit of basic information that is requested, like the urgency of the issue, the topic, just so a person could be somewhat prepared. If there's a member of our staff that you would like to speak to, you can list them here, and then also a brief description of your need. So that way we kind of know what's going on as fast as possible. So that's a really cool tool that has worked very well for us so far. Also on this page, there is a VLC help request form. This is for credit recovery classes on Edgenuity. We use these terms interchangeably sometimes, VLC, Edgenuity, credit recovery. I will try to be consistent about, I don't know, I'll pick one and stick with it. Not today. VLC help request form. This just lets every staff member here know that you need a quiz reset or that a project has some kind of issue that, you have to turn something in person or consult with your teacher. That is way better than an email to me because I might be out for a day like I was on Friday, and then this will go to a teacher directly and somebody else can handle it. It's just sort of a team handling of the maintenance of and management of VLC classes. So use this form, teachers. If students ask you about a VLC thing, direct them here. Help me sort of guide traffic so that we're being efficient. Okay, also on here, there is the Central Campus calendar, which you can add to your calendar by clicking this little plus button down here. But this, I know there's a district calendar now. We are pretty techie and have been keeping our tech tools for years now. Other people are catching up. Well, they're not catching up. They're catching up to us years ago by using digital tools like Google Calendars and things like this. So I know there's a million different ways you can follow calendars, but this is one of them. that is specific to our building. I don't know about you, but I could not remember all the things that I have to do if I didn't have a to-do list and a calendar and all, strategies. There is also a link to our photo albums page, and this is current. So you can go here and you can see pictures from this year or previous years. And we are contributing to these all the time. So this is a good place to get some images and kind of see what's going on at school as well. We also have a YouTube page where this video will be published after this. I think so far all I've done this year is a little time lapse of classes work, disassembling the raised beds that were outside. Sorry, I hope this is still working. I'm getting a timed out message. Am I still recording? It was still recording, fortunately for me, because I've been very angry if it wasn't. Continuing on, there is also a link to our website right here. We also have a Facebook page, which is linked there. Character recognition form, if you want to recognize someone. And here's another reason why everything is taken forever. Everything still says JSC on it, and every time I encounter that, I am changing it. We'll just call that the character recognition form. There we go. But, we have character kickoffs. We actually have one upcoming on Monday where we talk about issues that are important to people your age. And like really what it means to be a good person. And we try not to make these hokey or elementary, but age appropriate. And we recognize students for good things that they've done on campus and try to make that specific and really say what it is that was so impressive about what we observed. You can also recognize your classmates or teachers if something, impressed you and you want to make note of it. Everybody likes compliments, and everybody likes it when they're recognized for things that they did that were positive. So feel free to do that. It's another nice thing that makes this community great. There is a link to the Edgenuity page if you've got a Edgenuity class or you need a reminder of your email password. That's the convention right there. Okay, so I'm going to stop this tour page right here, or at least for the table down here, and we're going to go up here. Parents as teachers. If you are interested in that group, you can click on the sign up form right here. The Bright Future Snack Pack Weekend Supplemental Food Program is another great service. The food drive that we're collecting for actually contributes back to the backpack program, or the snack pack. If that is something you're interested in for some additional food help over the weekends, sign up there. This third one, Access Therapy and Counseling Program. This is a new program district-wide that is part of the whole picture of addressing mental health needs in the district. I think this is one of those things we all kind of know we're lacking in, like we have the counselor request form to talk to a high school counselor if a student is in need. And that's kind of part of addressing this issue as well. But now we also have licensed therapists from Access Family Care, which is a health care provider here in town, are coming into the district. We've written a grant. And so the grant pays for any kind of copay. So there's no charge to families or students for this service. But it's a way to have therapists and counselors working with students that, like I say, is just kind of part of the big mosaic of how we address everything. So if you have a need, I often say that anyone could benefit from seeing a therapist. This is really kind of, I don't know, that this is not going to provide access to a therapist for everyone. But if that is something that you think you could benefit from, or your student could benefit from, please fill out this form and let us know, and I will get to work on putting those together. So we have a therapist named Alan who is here on Tuesdays and will see students during the school day. Again, this is free of charge to families and students, so sign up if you are interested, and feel free to call and ask questions if you've got them. Arts Council volunteer form. So if you want to volunteer next Friday to help set up for the chalk art contest, fill out that form. You can also check out right here last year's photos, so you kind of know what you're getting into. But we go down to the square and we put squares on the square with chalk for the chalk art contest. I'm going to start talking like that. It's a fun day for a good cause. We are great partners with the Neosho Arts Council. We do lots of events with them. So this is one of them. Also, the Build My Future interest form is right there. And also, there is a photo album for that as well. I said it's a trade industry expo. But you can see here that last year, students got to try out operating a backhoe, a bucket truck, a balance beam, apparently. But there's lots of just representatives in the industry talking about what it is that they do and what jobs are out there. We hound you guys all the time about jobs and your future and paying your bills and all that kind of stuff. But sometimes we don't get you a lot of information about what those jobs are, and jobs change all the time. So this is a great way to talk to some people who know what they're talking about. Welding. Anyway, you can check this stuff out on the Team Tuesday page. I'm sorry it has taken me this long to publish the first Team Tuesday video, but this should be a regular thing from here on out, where you can essentially get the news from Central Campus. So thanks for watching, and sorry about the long first meeting. Have a great rest of your Monday, even though this is a Team Tuesday. Bye.